Hey fellow vault dwellers and brand new vault dwellers! Here is my guide for 2023, the most important knowledge when you are starting the game, the tips and tricks for new players, mistakes to avoid early on, and the best approach for your brand new start in the wasteland. First, you will exit your vault, which is straightforward. Just don't forget to grab all the loot on the way. Don't worry, vault boys will guide you. You can choose to explore the story of Vault 76, but it's optional. If you like it, do it. In the moment you pick up those, you will level up for the first time. And here there is some important information. You can choose any special that you want to upgrade independently from your per card cards. Let's say I can choose strength, but if I don't want to take gladiator, I can still use Z or C to scroll to other group of cards. So I can choose anything else. On the controller it will be probably some other button, but I can choose anything I want in the moment when leveling up. So whatever I like, I take. I'm taking concentrated fire, even though I put 1 point into strength. Other important information, you don't want to save any level ups until you will be level 50, because you will not unlock new pair cards if you don't take any on previous level up. So always when you level up, take something. Even if it's not something you particularly need in the moment, you cannot wait if you don't take anything. So take something and equip it. And as we are on the special, just quickly what it does for you. Apart from the fact that increasing special gives you more slots for the pair cards that you'll be unlocking, the special itself provides you with bonuses. And total special can be found in your Pip-Boy. First tab, stats, and then special. You can see all your 7 specials and what it does. Strength increases your carry weight and melee damage. Perception increase your accuracy in VATS. Endurance increase your total health points and reduces cost of sprinting. Charisma gives you better prices at vendors. Intelligence lets you level up faster. You will get more experience for your kills if you have higher intelligence. Agility increases amount of action points you have available. And luck affects how fast your criticals will recharge in VATS, as well as condition of items you will find on enemies. Upon exiting the vaults, you will see the main questline starting. It will be the Wayward questline. So now you need to know you have 2 options and it's entirely up to you. There are 2 valid options how to progress. The one is follow the questline, follow the story, and over time, naturally, you will level up. But if you are a collector, if you really care about items that you'll be finding in the world, like unique weapons, those are not. Those are just starter weapons we are getting upon exiting the vault. But later on, you can find collector weapons by completing quests. And no, those collector weapons are not the most powerful in the game. But as I said, they are unique and you cannot obtain them again. So look at that. Weapons and armor, it all has level and starts at level 1, can go up to level 50. So there is a valid strategy to ignore the questline early on, focus on gathering resources, grinding experience until you are level 50. Therefore, all the collectible items you will find by doing the questlines will be max level. This is a valid strategy. Choice is entirely up to you. When you are exploring, it is important to pick up almost everything early on. The storage will not be an issue up to some point. It will be an issue a little bit later, but early on, you have room and you have no items, so we pick up about everything. Now, you can press Ctrl on the keyboard to go into stealth mode. You will be sneaking. Don't know which button it is on controller, you will figure it out, but sneaking is an option and it is a valid endgame strategy too. Now, you can enter VATS by pressing Q or whatever other button is on console, and if you have concentrated fire perk equipped that I just took, you will be able to change body parts. You can choose different body parts. If you are confused about buttons, on the bottom of the screen it will always say which button does what. For me, I'm scrolling the mouse to target different body parts, and then I can fire in VATS. Early on I fire twice and my action points are 0. So I cannot fire in VATS anymore, I need to go to manual aiming. Now, action points, it's really hard to get a lot early on. You will get more as you will be progressing. Even though you may plan to play mostly solo, joining a public team is very important. You can find it in here, and those are public teams. You just open your friend list. On the keyboard, it is Ctrl and Tab together to open your friend list. Then, you don't need to create your own team. You want to find a casual team that is hopefully almost full and still has a room for you, and try to join it. If you cannot join it, try a different team. Sometimes, even though it shows 3 people, it may be someone offline that's still there and blocking you from joining, so try another one. It is important to join a casual team because casual team will give you a bonus intelligence. As well, longer you are on the team, you will see those bars on the left progressing, those blue bars. They will fill up, and then you will have even higher bonus to intelligence. For casual team can give you up to +4, and that will help you out level up faster. As well, people on your team can share cards. Like at this moment, someone is sharing inspirational. I don't have this card, but it's being shared, so I'll be getting experience even faster thanks to the fact that I joined a team. As well, at this moment, having teammates with mutations will make you tougher. You will be taking less damage. This is probably a bug, but it is currently a thing. So you want to play on the team. You will be tankier and you will be getting benefits of having those teammates with you. Even though you may be absolutely doing things on your own on other side of the map than where your teammates are. You are still getting benefits. By not joining the team, you basically make your playthrough harder. If you want it to be harder, go for it. Now, additional benefit of having teammates. As you open your map, you can see those white icons. Those are camps. If you want to fast travel to those camps of other players, you need to pay caps. But some of those icons will be yellow. This means it is a teammate camp and you will be able to fast travel for free. And as easily as that, I'm next to this player camp that I do not know, but he's on my team now, so I can check it out. So you can see candy is not locked, so I can have some free candies. I can eat them for a bonus. This machine is selling Nuka-Cola, so I don't have caps now. I'm not buying it. You can always check out what's in players' camp. Like there's cooking station. Usually, players will have a lot of workbenches in camps that you, as a new player, probably do not have access yet. You can use their bed. It's free to use. You can use all those workbenches, weapon workbench, Tinker's workbench, power armor, that you most likely don't have yet yourself, but you can use them on other player camps. And when you will see any type of stash, whatever it says stash on the name, it is actually your own personal stash. It doesn't matter if you access it from your own camp or teammate camp or on the train stations. It is your stash. As you can see, it's currently empty. That's my stash and can hold 1200 total weight. And you can store anything you really want in there. The one thing, if you want to store your junk, make sure to go into workbench first. Go into scrap items, for me it's R. And make sure all the junk, like let's say money or pipe pistol, if I don't want to use, will be scrapped first. Here on the bottom, I can use T to scrap all junk. But some other stuff you can scrap manually, like this pipe pistol. If I don't want to use it, I can scrap it. And that's as well the way of unlocking most mods for weapon and armor. By just scrapping it, you are getting some resources back, and as you can see, I unlocked Swift Magazine modification for a pipe weapon. There are exceptions to that. A lot of endgame weapons will not unlock any modifications by scrapping, and you need to buy plans for that. But for any more specifics, you will need to check a guide for a particular weapon. And I have multiple guides for weapons, for character builds, and more on my channel. Nicely organized under playlists, so you can check it there. Now I access stash box again, and I can press T to store all my junk. And now it goes to the stash box. The supply package is the only thing you do not want to break. Keep it whole, because somehow it is super light. If it's whole, it will auto scrap if you will need anything from it, and you will use it for crafting. It will then disappear and break through. So you are free to explore all those camps that you will visit on the map. And on top of that, because you can travel so far to those camps, you can then go and discover locations. Like, as you can see, I have no locations in here. And if I look on the bottom on the compass, you can see the locations, the empty symbols like houses, bunkers, and so on my compass. If I run towards any of those, I will discover this location, which gives you a little bit of experience, as well as it will provide you with this location on your map, so in the future you can fast travel. Those enemies are way too high level for me to fight, but I can shoot them once, and this assault drone can fight them for me. Oh, he was not successful to kill them, so I ran. If you encounter enemies much higher level than you cannot really win. But here I'm around White Spring, so whatever is white on the compass, like this turret, it is a friendly. Don't shoot it, it can help you out. The red dots are enemies, the white dots are friendlies. So don't shoot your friendlies or they can change their mind, run away, and they can help you. Now, if you will be unsuccessful with your run away scenario and you will be actually killed, don't worry about it. The one thing you need to know early on, there is no penalty for death in Fallout 76. All it happens, you will get killed and you will respawn. There is no real penalty. And now I'm getting experience, so someone killed those small miners and I discovered the bunker location. There is some bot, it's white, so he will not attack me, which is a good thing. As I discovered that, this will be always available for me to fast travel to. Now I can see camp in here. I will fast travel there. The reason for that is you should know the Westek location as soon as possible. That's the main location for farming experience. If you will ever need to farm experience, Westek is your answer. That's the Westek. And I'm just on this high-level player camp. Even though I'm level 2, players are usually very friendly. You can wave to them. Sometimes they can even drop stuff for you. You can take it if you choose to do so, or you can ignore it. Like if you don't want any help, if you want to achieve everything by yourself, you can ignore it. Now, here usually will be a lot of high-level super mutants, and I will not be able to kill them. Oh, mole miners, that's a seasonal thing. Those mole miners are not always here. I'm not able to kill them. They can kill me because they so high level. And what happens if you die? I go down first, then someone can revive me, or I can just give up. If I give up, what I would lose, whatever junk you have on you, you will lose it. But no other penalties, and you can pick it up if no one will take it. I can respawn at West Egg because I discovered this location, so I can respawn here. And that's it. There is no other penalty. All that will happen if I will have anything under my junk category. Whatever will be here will be dropped on death. And that's it. There is no other penalty. I'm not losing any experience. I'm not getting any condition damage to any of my gear because I died. No. No penalties. There is 0 penalties for that. And next information. Enemies usually spawn based on your level. So if you are low level, enemies will be low level too, but there are some exceptions. Now I'm inside the West Egg to show you some enemies. It's full of super mutant. And as you can see, they are level 5. So those are as low as they can spawn. And the thing is that West Egg interior is generated for you personally. Some interiors are not shared. So it's all for you. Only your teammates can join you there, and you will not meet anyone else in those interiors. And outside of those interiors, like you were able to see, the super mutants have been level 40 plus. But when I'm inside, the super mutants are level 5. They still quite high level, considering I'm level 2. But look at that, I can deal with them. I can kill them. And I will get experience for the kill. I will be able to loot them, even though they will kill me soon. So you can see I'm not nearly enough power to deal with them. I die, but then I just surrender. I will respawn. I can keep running back in and taking them down one by one, and it cost me nothing. It cost you nothing. So you should be aware about this game mechanic. Like, you don't have any penalties for doing that. There is no risk to dying in a row. Usually you don't even need to waste your stim packs. Keep them for more important fights when you will actually need to survive. As well, during the combat, you can see those yellow numbers. If I hit them in the head, I'm doing more damage. So head is a weak spot for super mutants. It is a different spot for different enemies, but super mutants and humanoid enemies, the weak spot is the head. And I'm dead again, I can respawn again. As I said, cost you nothing, and you can level up quite fast. Now somehow I earn 1 cap. That's not a lot, but I did earn it. Probably someone else finish a quest. That's additional benefit of being on a team. If anyone from your team will finish a quest, you will get experience. And now I leveled up again, and I can choose whatever I want. You can be worried that you will choose your build wrong, but you shouldn't be. Because after level 50, you will be able to change your build quite freely. So I just press the button T to use my level up. And I have the same choices again. I can invest into strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, and luck, depending what I want in the moment. If I want to go melee early on, some extra point of strength are quite good. It helps a lot with extra damage early on in game. So I will go with strength. And I have first really handy perk for later. That's Trawling Pharmacy. If you upgrade it to the maximum, all your chems, including stim packs, will be almost weightless. And you can carry a lot of those, which is very handy. You can as well, like last time, scroll and choose whatever else you like. All the perks are available. Scrounger, if you use a lot of weapons early on, I have a video with ammo farming based on this perk for a new players, just because it's the easiest way if you are absolutely new and you have nothing to get your early ammo. I'm going with Trawling Pharmacy, so this time I'm taking a perk under Strength and I took Strength, and here we go. I have my first 2 perks and 1 perk that is being shared. Now, after killing those super mutants or other enemies, very handy option is nearby corpses. So instead of picking up stuff one by one, I press R and I open the loot of all the nearby corpses. All the enemies are killed around, and early on, you loot everything. You leave nothing behind. You take it all. And here I go. I have some first stuff. I can loot some desks if there will be anything inside. I can take it. You never know what you will need as a new player. The first pieces of meat that I looted in here, I will be able to craft into food. That will greatly benefit my early playthrough. Now, about your own camp, you can place it whenever you want. First placement is free. Just press a button, you wait until it's green, I mean kind of blue. This means I can place it here. I can put it down, ask if I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure. And now, inside my own camp, I can start building. And a lot of things will not be available for you early on. I have some things available for me only because I grinded previous scoreboards on other characters. But important stuff you will find under crafting. Like you can put your first cooking station. I can place it somewhere. If it will choose to do so. Yeah, I can place it somewhere. Then other workbenches. I'm missing resources to put down any of the weapon or armor benches. But as I said, you can use other player camps. So I have my cooking station, which is important. Investing in defenses early on, I would say it's not really worth it. What you need is food. After you pick up in the world any of those veggies or fruits, you will be able to plant them in your camp, which is very handy. I didn't pick up any yet, so I cannot plant any of those. Then you can put some water sources. Scrolling farther along, I can place my stash box. And I can store all my stuff in here. Let's go over the cooking. What is so important about the cooking early on? The buffs are actually quite powerful. To see what I can craft at this moment, I can toggle craft table by pressing Q. And look what I have here. I pick up some soft shell meat so I can cook that. That will increase my maximum action points. Or I can cook those mutant hound chops. That will increase my melee damage by 10%. So I want that. I cook that. Then I go under my food and drink. I have those candies that I pick up from player count. And mutant chops. I eat those both. Then I go under my effects page. My team already boosting my intelligence to +3. I have lucky break from a candy that boosts my luck. And there is mutant hound chops that are boosting my melee damage. Some of those bonuses can go even higher when you will have your mutations. Oh, and look at those players. Like, that what probably will happen to you. You go walk around and someone drops you some outfit or some weapon or whatever else. I just got blue hat. So I have now this handy cap on me. Outfits do not provide any benefits as we are in this topic. Outfits gives you nothing. You have one standard small backpack when you are exiting the vault. You can later on unlock a better backpacks, which are very handy. Then armor pieces, I have only this chest piece. Later on, I will have more. It all provides mainly damage and energy resistance. Later on, some other modifications and better armor will be available. My weapons as I pick up from those super mutants weapon that is level 5, I cannot use it until I will be level 5 myself. You can either keep those or scrap those. It is all up to you. Now I have combat knife and machete, so machete doing more damage, I can swap to that and start using the machete in my combat. Managing your inventory is quite important, as soon after several days of playing the game, your space will be running short. And then you will probably know if you are enjoying this game a lot or not. I should, at this moment, tell you more about Atom Shop. So, we are visiting Atomic Shop. That's the real money shop. You buy atoms, those are your atoms, with money. Depends on your platform. I'm playing through Steam, so I would need to buy atoms through Steam. Or you can buy so-called Fallout First. That's monthly recurring subscription. And if you have money to spare, that's the best purchase you can do in Fallout 76 to make your game easier. What it will do for you, the most important is Scrapbox. You will unlock the Scrapbox. This will allow you to store materials, scrap, junk, in unlimited amount inside this box. So that will free up space in your regular stash, as all the junk scrap goes into this box and there is no limit. And next box is ammo storage box. You will unlock with Fallout First, and you can store all the ammo in there as well, unlimited, no weight limit. The cores are the exception. So no plasma cores, no fusion cores, but you'll worry about cores probably later. It's hard to get too many cores early on. Now, additional benefit of Fallout First, after you open your quick wheel, on PC it's a scroll on the bottom, it will say survival tent. That's a tent you can place anywhere you are moving around. It's red here because that's on my camp. You cannot place it inside your camp. But if I run farther away, I would be able to place it. And I can place it for free. I can move it as many times as I want. And it provides me with cooking station, access to my scrap box. So access to my scrap box in here. I can store unlimited scrap. Access to my regular stash. Access to the bed. Access to the cooking station. And depending on which of those survival tents you will have, it's either a Tinker's Workbench or instrument that you can play. The Tinker Workbench is a better one, but I don't know when Fallout First will offer it again. You only get one tent when you buy Fallout First, and standard one do not offer a Tinker's Workbench. So you need to wait for a moment when you will get it from Fallout First. Every month Fallout First is giving you something for free in addition to atoms. You will get atoms for Fallout First, and you will get this tent. Now, about your atoms, as we are still in Atomic Shop topic. The best purchase, the best spending for your atoms early on is under utility. And those are not the repair kits, not the scout banners. Those are lunch boxes. If you buy the big package of lunch boxes, you can have 40 for 1000 atoms. Lunch boxes multiply amount of experience you will be getting. If you buy lunch boxes, you can open up to 4 of those at the same time, and those will boost your experience. Every lunchbox is 25% boost to your experience, maxing out at 100% by opening 4 lunchboxes. It is for you and everyone around you. So others can open it for you. Usually if you attend event, open one, there is a good chance someone else will open another one, and so you will save on your atoms and you will get full bonus to experience. There is more ways to increase amount of experience you are getting on your adventure. I have full guide with all the ways how to increase experience, and in total you can get 1000% experience boost if you do everything. You don't need as much. But it is possible. Now, as you will be leveling up, as you can see, I'm level 3 at this moment, you will be getting more special, more cards, and on the level 5, you will unlock PvP and mutations. Don't forget, before level 5, you cannot get any mutations. Those are locked and PvP is locked. Generally, I do not recommend doing anything PvP related in this game unless you will be advanced and you know what you are signing for. Before that, I would not recommend doing that. Now, the setting for the PvP, you should actually spend some time under setting tab, familiarize yourself with those. But the most important settings you need to know about is the pacifist mode. As you can see, it's grayed out at this moment because I'm not yet level 5, so PvP for me it's not available. You want it on, so you will not accidentally engage into PvP. In the same time, even if you have pacifist mode on, the workshops are the PvP areas. This is how workshops looks on the map. If you decide to capture a workshop for yourself, then you can be attacked when you are there inside the workshop borders. As well, if you are inside the workshop borders and someone else is trying to claim a workshop, then he can attack you. So you should be aware when you are inside the workshop borders and it's an owned workshop and someone wants to take it, they can attack you as you will be taken as a defender or competitor for the workshop. So you need to be aware of that as well. If you do happen to die in PvP, all you lose is a little bit of caps. The attacker will take some of your caps. So you should be aware of that. Don't get frustrated if that happens to you. It happens to everyone from time to time. Usually people are friendly and will not attack you, but it can happen. You need to know workshops are the PvP areas in Fallout 76. Now, as you will be traversing your map and discovering more quests, like as you can see in here, sometimes it will accumulate and it will be a lot, and you don't want them to all display on your screen. You can click on the quest, choose the first option, and it will make it inactive. Those are side quests. Whenever you have like this square shape, those are main quest lines. You can trigger them off and on as well, so I can disable them. And then quests that I'm currently not tracking are those black squares. As well, quick tip, maybe you don't need it, maybe you need it. If you do plan to farm a lot at West Tech Research Center, where we were just before a second ago, in order to keep respawning super mutants inside without hopping the server, you need to complete Secrets of West Tech. If this quest is not completed, it will not work. So that's the one quest, side quest, that you need to complete in order to use West Tech as your main farming ground, if you choose for level 50 method before doing the main quest lines. And now in regards to the main quests, here I don't have it discovered yet, but there will be a crater, a base of raiders that are part of the main quest line, and on the bottom of the map in here, those are settlers. Now I'm talking about that. Without giving you any spoilers, when you will be progressing with those quest lines, you will need to side with either settlers or the raiders. Now, from the loot perspective, if you want the best loot, you need to do quests for both settlers and raiders until there is no return point and you are forced to choose. And then when you are forced to choose, you side with raiders in order to get access to one of the unique weapons called Slugbuster. You cannot obtain it, and this weapon is really good. You cannot get it if you will side with settlers. So if you care mostly about the loot, you do quest lines for both, and then you side in here. There is crater with raiders, and you need to be nice to them, nice to Rara. I know it will tell you nothing now, but if you do this questline, you encounter Rara, you make sure to be always nice to her when you go through any dialogues, and that's how you unlock this one weapon. It can be important, you don't want to miss on it, and if you want to unlock it, you really want to be level 50 before you side with raiders. As well, one more tip about VATS: if you'll be planning to use a lot of crits in the future, you can hold the crit button instead of pressing it. As at some point, you will probably be able to pull a critical shot very often. Like now you can see I'm charging it forever, but later on you will be able to pull it very often. So just hold the crit button as soon as you enter VATS, and that will work for you. In case of the PC, it's a spacebar, it's some other button on the console, but whenever you exit VATS on the bottom, it will tell you which button is for critical. Even if it's grayed out because your critical is not yet charged, you can press the button, and as soon as critical will be charged, it will be used. Unless, of course, you want to save it for tactical use, then don't hold the button. And now you should know that from level 5 onwards, you are able to get mutations. When you will be getting a radiation, you have a chance to randomly mutate from those rats, regardless what the source of rats is. I'm getting rats to the point I died, and I probably mutated. Let me see if I got any mutations. And yes, that's my first mutation. Electrically charged. Chance to shock melee attackers. But if I use Radaway, I will cure this radiation. So for full guide, if you want to have some fun with mutations early on and not wait until the late game, the end game, I have a full guide how to get all the mutations early on, and all the useful guides that I already made in the past, I will try to link under this video in a pinned comment, and all my guides all together are nicely sorted as well under playlists for you. That will be everything for this particular beginner starter noob guide. I hope it is helpful for you. If you still have some questions, I will do my best to answer in comment section or in future videos if more is needed. If there will be a lot of questions, I will make another video for beginners, as I see a lot of new players and I'm really happy about it. So I want to help. Let me know how can I help you. And that being said, thank you all for watching and see you all in the next one.